Hello YouTube. Let's go and do a little walkthrough slash how did my greenhouse look. My totems are getting dried right here. That's the beginning of the terracotta clay. That's how it looks when it's still raw, let's say greenware. It's called in the professional language. So let's go and see what's out there. I, by the way, just made one of Jim Roberts' plants. One of the Jim Roberts plants. Unfortunately, they were in that box and one of the tags fell off. So it's one of my pots. I like these pots. They're very easy and you can use them for many things. Over here, my little Phalaenopsis, Cornucervi red. This one is from Norman, I believe. Maybe not. I don't already remember. Here's this little tiny flower. The flower is microscopic, but it's beautiful. Hello, ladies. We have girls. Okay. So here's my little dude. And let's go, before we go anywhere, before I forget, and visit my little Phalaenopsis shelf here. My favorite Lamb's Passion from Brethren is about to start blooming. Right after it will start blooming, we're gonna probably mount it. Look how cute and nice. There's one, there's 1, 2, 3 really nice looking blooms. Right here, this little thing, very petite Phalaenopsis. I got this one from Odom's. By the way, Odom's has their free shipping over $100 right now. A deal going. Strongly recommend. You know how shipping bites you sometimes. And everybody's favorite Summer Love is doing great. We really have our tropical rain season right now. Everything. Yesterday I could not even come out with the camera because until like 3 o'clock it was absolutely dark, like it's 8 p.m. and rain. So we'll go a little bit from a different end with you today. My Dendrobium tree, look at that success story. Yeah, those were like half dying Dendrobiums. You can see from the flowers that those were my Home Depot compulsive kind of long time purchases, because these are a very box store like looking Dendrobiums. They're beautiful, but still they don't have any names. On this side it's still thinking. The Phalaenopsis attached to the tree. Yay! So slowly it will show us the bloom. My lonely pineapple. We ate it, by the way. Oh my god, it was such a good one. Very warm. Mama is almost done. She still has blooms, but, and like I told you, that we're gonna have lots and lots of seed pods. Here they are forming right there. Unfortunately, if you are a beginner, just remember that, because those amazing people will try to sell you seeds for orchids. And if you know plants, so you automatically think you know orchids, you cannot propagate an orchid from the seeds like you can do it with the regular other plants. It's a much more complicated process. It gotta be done in the lab. So don't fall on those offers. And she still smells so good. Yes, so enjoy her. These are her last, I'd say maybe 10 days, 2 weeks. She is gonna go to sleep for another year. So, and right here, oh my god, you're making so much noise. My Dendrobium corner is doing absolutely amazing. See how much it means if you move them to the good location. The location that they like. Not, you know, who would have think that this would be a good location. Look, I have this little thing blooming. This boy is a bloom. And these are all no ID. I have some over here with names, but what are you? This is actually spectable. And my tree, I just had my landscaper in, and I asked him finally after 2 years if he ever gets across the broken trees, so we might get some cedar or something like that. I want big branches. I want to mount the plants on the big branches and then decorate maybe a greenhouse with it. Okay, so they're doing pretty good. This thing needs to be moved from here. This is a gram and it's too dark here. Grams want really serious sun. This is my experimental corner here. I put orchids here that don't perform well in my greenhouse. I put them here and I'm let them be on their own. This specific girl, Sedona's queen, on a piece of wood, grows but doesn't bloom. So I put her here. She'll have a really serious sun exposure here later in the day. It's what, 11 o'clock? Ooh, look who's gonna bloom. Bromeliads. Okay, so let's go and talk about my greenhouse. You want to meet one of our locals on a palm tree? Okay, just the other day she was knocking on my window. So for those who doesn't like snakes. Now what do you know? You want to live with us? Maybe I can use you. Look at him. He's like pissed we're not letting him in. Goodbye. Wee. Yeah. You want a pet? Bye-bye. This is I'm not sure what exactly is the name. I don't want to get closer. You will get freaked out. But these are good snakes. These are snakes that eat rats and all that fun stuff. Yeah, Tessa, let's go. Yeah, you love exotic stuff. Yeah, he lives here. Living in full climate, you must learn and respect wildlife. They are everywhere. It doesn't mean they need to be killed. It means they just live here and we are their guests. So, took me a good 7 years to be calm next. Look at Charlotte and that mess over there. Okay, so, yeah, it took me a long time. Now I'm kind of, don't shake, don't freeze when I see a snake. I stay away from them, and that's all you do. Just recently somebody asked me to talk about the structure of my greenhouse. So as you can see, it is a pergola. Every single piece is purchased at Home Depot. The lattice, the wood, everything. It was made by my husband. So basically everything he did here was really good stuff, because we have hurricanes and you got to make sure that it will not get blown away. The posts are in the concrete and he put them pretty deep in. The shelves, one of the options, I believe these wooden parts are the parts also from Home Depot that are made for you. Those are parts for the stairwell. So we got those, and then just cut the lattice and, you know, made shelves with it. I used the center blocks as a base. Luckily, when we bought this house, we found a whole pile of them, so I've been using them a lot. And then, you know, you can always design your own way. What I have on the top right now, I have shade cloth. Originally, because I thought I know everything. This is, by the way, new girl just opened. She's blooming for me for the very first time. Isn't she beautiful? And you can see that she's turning yellow already because that amount of rain. And she smells so good. Is of course bothering them. But when we there's a name actually. When we just made the greenhouse, the first we put the screen, regular black screen, like for the screen doors. And it worked for a little bit, but then, you know, the sun got worse, and I noticed specifically phalaenopsis were not really appreciating the approach. So at some point I did buy shade cloth. This shade cloth is 60%. You can do your research and you will find tables for the, you know, what plants need what. If you go to any like greenhouse websites, ooh, we got surprise after surprise. You will find it there. Let's first talk about the greenhouse and then I'll show you the flowers. Yeah, and you know, gotta play with the sun, think which way your future greenhouse will be turned, where sun comes up, how much sun exposure will they have. So this is the pergola. Then luckily when we just put it in, we were putting in new pavers and these guys came. Look how black it is because of the rain. I need to clean it. Yeah, and they put professional pavers for me. These are our old ones from the up front. We put the new ones up. So then later on, I of course ran out of space and I bought this regular greenhouse at the garage sale. It was like a very, very good buy, 20 bucks or something like that. It had a plastic cover that is solid. And I was so excited. It looks so cool and cozy, but guess what? Orchids didn't share my excitement. They started dying in it because I did not have an airflow in it. And it was simply, it was like a steam room. They started dying. I had to rip it off. And this time, me and my love for color actually didn't do good for me. I got the green shade cloth, and some people are saying it's not really good for plants. Something the green color blocks that prevents from blooming. I would not say that they bloom bad, but you know, there is that theory. So I basically just got the shade cloth, put it on, and again, my favorite tool, zip tie. This part of a pergola is already the addition. So that was the original size. Originally, I had the wall right here and the wall on the other end. And then we had to open because, of course, I didn't have enough space. So now I'm using, if you've seen my previous YouTube, I pull out my grids that I used to bring to my shows. Now there's no show, so I need hanging space. I decided that I can use them. They're really, really good solution for mounts and such, especially if you are under the roof in the lanai. They look really nice, and they give you so much, you know, square footage for the new plants. So this is one thing. Then you know, you got to think out of the box. Right here is my first hanging area, and you can see what that is. This is a wine bottle rack. I honestly keep touching it and thinking, how long will it last? It's been good 2 years, so it's doing well. Just a regular, you know, you can stretch it. That's the stretchable kind. And that is one of the things. And then, you know, you gotta go and create your own kind of designs. This is my shelf here also when I was out of space and I had some loose 2x4s and stuff like that. So I used again my center blocks and, you know, made like a 2-step shelf. Not always you want to go and spend money, or not always you have money to go and spend. So, and you know, this I added later just because I have those amazing animals. Remember Bruce? A good example of it. So yeah, this is basically what it is. If you have a handyman in the house, you can definitely build it. All parts are from Home Depot, so not the rocket science if you know your tools. So, okay, this is my greenhouse. Let's go see the plants. Like I said, there was a pretty bad weather, so I wasn't here for a day or two. And now I was talking with you, I started noticing things. So, look at him. You can torture me. Try something glosses. And this is the first time he's blooming for me. I am always mesmerized by these flowers. I don't know. Something about them, the perfection of the color, that smoothness of the petals is always getting me. So this is the baby that I got about 2 years ago from that little nursery we have here called Honeybee. Oh my god, look at that. I just noticed something. I don't like you. Oh, okay, he picked his spot. This Cattleya had a flower, and of course it's extremely wet, so even bulbophyllum's starting to rot, so you can imagine. Yeah, but while I was talking and talking and talking, guess what I noticed? Yay! Mysterianum. Okay, what I want to do, you can share this. I want to pluck all these little creatures that are not welcome here. Look at this guy. Isn't he cool? Yeah, it's blooming. These guys, why in the beginning when I was, you know, started my growing journey, let's call it. Let's be really high in our language today. So I was always like, why do you need to pluck them out? So simple reason. These guys will suck the best out of the water, soil, fertilizer, whatever you add, and the plant will not get much. So we got our Mysterianum. I want to say that's his first bloom for me. And it's a species, so this is exciting. Beautiful, beautiful baby. So we all seen our blue plant on the top over there. She is so perfect. How she sits in this pot, how she presents herself, she is just a beauty. Okay, so covered this part. My Miss Richie is about to bloom again. This girl keeps blooming. Okay, let's go see what else is in there. Now, I wanted to show you one thing. if you ever seen, I have these mounts done in the pot. It's just a piece of oak that I grabbed here laying on the ground, and it just tells you one of them today or yesterday fell off. And this is the thing, when you mount, this was like my experiment. When you mount, you better pick the wood or material that will last long. Now I have to do something with it. This is actually also, I just made this mount from one of the Jim Roberts plants that he gifted me. It's humongous, and that's why I picked finally that piece of wood that I've been carrying with me for a very long time. Originally it was meant to be this way, but I decided for the sake of this plant I'll put it the other way. I just need to bring the drill. Okay, so that was that mountain. It fell off, so sadly, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so there's lots of things that are kind of thinking of blooming. This little Dendrobium I took with me for my lecture, one of my searches for a perfect mount. And this greenhouse needs me bad because I've been very busy lately with different things, and quite frankly, we all make our choices. I made my choices always and for benefit of my children, so I try to spend more time with them. But here is our mount from what, like 2 months ago, and you guys maybe can help me with identifying this Phalaenopsis. Look how happy. Okay, it was struggling in the pot, a month and a half, 2 on this mount, and it's blooming away. Not fragrant, but it looks amazing. Really like the colors. It's very happy. Okay, I had the request not to move my camera too fast working on it. Sometimes I get overly excited and I start just jumping around, and I do see it myself later, but I'm working on it. Please, every time I start doing it again, let me know. Cousin it! I honestly don't really like how the roots look. And I know that my squirrel ate the half of them. I hope she had a good time, but I am really happy with the way that the middle of the plant looks. You can see lots of new roots. Here comes Miss Martha. And leaves. This is a Chista for you. Okay? So let's go see what else we have here. There are quite a few ready to go and open up. This Vanda is almost there. This Vanda this is her name. I want to say it's from Raphael. Yeah, from Plantillo. And she is about to give us a beautiful show. There's some kind of web on her that I need to clear. And I got her in bloom, I want to say, and she's blooming again, which is wonderful. So what else is new here? I want to mount this guy. This is my first place winner, also from my amazing brethren orchids. They sell on eBay, if anything. Brethren Imp. Beautiful brown little Phalaenopsis that will bloom and bloom and bloom for you when it's time for it. And it's very fragrant. So if you like fragrant orchids, that one is for you. The Dendrobium decided to bloom again, but I think I showed him to you in the previous video. This particular plant is not one of my favorites, but he's trying really hard. They are cute. It's just not my kind of cute, you know. So the name is right here, Dendrobium Oocyte, red coral from Marble Farms. Okay, what else in here? Vandas. You've seen these. This girl, by the way, popped, and I didn't even notice her in the beginning. Not so many flowers, just 3. I do her name. Oh, the name is very, very faded. So she is very happy and cheery. Beautiful girl. Our purple girl is here. Extremely rich and gorgeous. This one is from Goodwin Orchids. And the name somewhere over the rainbow. Oh, there it is. Pure wax blue. Okay, so there's one more over there. And that one I don't have a name, but she is very close to the other one. Beautiful girl. What else is new and exciting in this part? I would love something to happen here. This is also species, very interesting flower. But because it's species, of course, it will be torturing me for a little bit. Here I have a beautiful girl ready to rock and roll from Moats. And here's the name for you. Bangkok Sunset. They are probably the happiest looking flowers I've ever seen. If you're interested, this is Moats information. Probably one of the biggest names in the Vanda world, quality-wise, choices, and not imported stuff, but locally grown, and crosses made right there in the house. So I suggest, strongly recommend. This lady makes me happy. This is the one that Josh gave away because she was not performing, and I moved her like 3 or 4 times, and finally I can see a good looking leaves, because they were always, she was bored with us. She was not, she was like, ugh, you know. So now I finally see good results. So here is, as you can see, the plants are standing up. Yeah, proud and tall. Nothing is happening here for now. So I think we're just gonna go and check the, there's something happening here. Yep, gonna bloom. We're gonna go and check our another tree, and that will be it. Let's go. Almost forgot the Vanda, that new one. This is also from Plantillo. This is actually, if you go back, the open house, this was Martha's pick. She picked this one, and I think it was a good choice. Look how pretty she is. Very bright pink. Surprised that Martha picked it, huh? Yeah, so okay, let's go see. What's up? You put your man away? You don't like me right now. I hosed you. Yeah. You know why? Should I tell the world? Because you rolled in some yummy stuff. Yes, Tessa. Shame. So, I think I was here yesterday. Not much happening in this section. I did a little bit of a switch. This is my baby. My first bulbophyllum fascinator. And like I told you, it's so wet that you can see that even he started to show bad signs. So I moved him here. This is definitely a more dry spot, because even if it rains, this tree is so massive that it does not, it does protect them from the light. So this needs to get out of there. So I need to use clippers, of course, but who told you that? So yeah, and I see it's doing better. It dried a little bit. It was like if you touch it, you know. So now it dried, maybe it can go back and join all the other bulb films there. No, okay, you stay here, don't be annoying. Okay, there we go, better. So let's see. Ooh, look at you, girl. This is also from Plantio, and this is the cordata. Look at that root. She should. Actually, also, one of the plants that I still don't understand. The roots is a good sign, but she is not a well-performing plant for me. So, I think, guys, that will be it. Besides, ooh, look, my Piper. Something Piper, it's called. It's doing really well. My neighbor Ginny, right there, gave it to me. And it died like 3 times, but it always comes back. And I put it here on purpose, so it covers the trellis. And look what it's doing. It's doing it on its own. Wonderful. So yeah, the Phalaenopsis tree update. They're doing amazing. Look at these new leaves. They're not huge yet, but they are doing really, really well. So I think that will be it for today. Just a little sneak peek. I'm working on my new website where I will be selling my stuff exclusively there. No more Etsy. Etsy became really hungry and is asking for too much. And this is it. So you'll hear from me soon. We're actually gonna have a plant sale for my Orchid Society in September. That will be fun. And we're gonna go somewhere with you special really soon, I promise. There's Martha. You have a great day. If you have any questions, please always, I am on Instagram, Facebook. You can always contact me, YouTube of course, and I'll be happy. If you have any requests what to do, what kind of clips, please go ahead. Oh look, you're gonna bloom too. Good news. So today is a good day. I hope tomorrow is even better. I'll talk to you soon. Enjoy your plants, enjoy your family. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.